Now we have over 1 million. So
That's awesome.
this movement
Yo, TikTok has done magic for people. TikTok is awesome. TikTok is awesome for the people that know how to monetize it, because it's not a really monetizable website as far as that, but it gets a lot of eyes on you. Hey guys, hi, Bryson here, and welcome back to the show, Long-Term Team for the Win, every day, every single moment. Now today, guys, I haven't made a video like this in a while, because in reality, I just feel like, it's cool to watch these videos, but it's always like, is it really common to actually make this happen? So this lady right here apparently is making somewhere around $100,000 every single month by teaching people about money. That's awesome. And by the way, I do the same thing. I teach people about money, learning money, financial freedom, and all this stuff. $100,000 is a lot of money. Now, the lesson here is not to go out there and teach people about money, but to find something that you actually like, are passionate about, and then go ahead and make a career out of it, okay? However, though, the goal is to react to this content. So let's see exactly what is going on with this lady. If you guys are new here, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. And on top of that, also, as always, like this video. It helps a lot. And by the way, guys, if you guys noticed, the videos are now titled Millionaire Reacts, because guess what? Accountant reacts are great, but they're not really that great when it comes to playing with the algorithm. So that's why I'm kind of changing it up to Millionaire Reacts, okay? All of them like a half a millionaire, okay? So a little bit almost there, but yeah, just for the title stuff. But I'm revealing it so you guys know what's up, because you guys are a part of the team. So I want to give you guys like some warning of what's happening. Okay, all right, let's get started here.
So I actually started my first business when I was 9 years old.
First business at age 9. And by the way, guys, whenever I started my first business at age like 11 or 12, and that was like selling paper airplanes, like selling my food at school, buying and selling DVDs and video games. But in reality, like when you start those things, like, are you really having a business? It's kind of like the guy that says, oh, I was making music since I was 3 years old. And then you watch a video and they're like, yeah, like doesn't really count.
I owned vending machines, the kind where you put a quarter in, you get a hand.
All right, so I'm sorry. This is a real business, okay? This is a real business.
Pull a candy out, and all the profits went to my college fund. So
that is awesome. That is awesome. It's some great parents to enable her to be able to do that.
By the time I was graduating high school, I owned 15 of these vending machines.
15. That's awesome. Reminds me a lot of Warren Buffett.
And it was a great way to teach me entrepreneurship, right? I didn't invent anything. It's not like I went on Shark Tank. It wasn't anything novel.
And a lot of times people think that, oh, the only way to be rich and be a millionaire, you got to do a lot of things. No, a lot of small businesses are small businesses. You don't have to be like the next Bill Gates.
But I learned how to pitch myself. I learned how to accept rejection. I learned what profit and loss was. I learned that I couldn't expand my business until I had the money to do so.
Yeah. And by the way, today, it's a lot more easier to expand a business. How? You just borrow all the money. You might not be ready. You go ahead and you borrow money from everybody else that does have the money, and you start up a business you know nothing about. People lose consciousness. Like, they just forget about patience. Be patient. Long-term team. That's what we call it now. CNBC plus Acorns. How this founder turned her blog into a lucrative business. Awesome.
I was the friend all of my female friends were coming to for advice and guidance. What's an IRA? How do you start saving money? And as I was writing my blog and as I was growing my business, I realized that a financial education is our best form of protest as women. It is our best.
That is cool to say. A financial education is our best form of protest as women. I think it's our best form of protest as humans. There's a lot of broke men and women, just like wasting every single dollar and not knowing how to actually use it. So I strongly believe in that. I strongly believe that, money is freedom in a sense of like financial freedom, not in a sense of like freedom.
Best way to build agency and to have agency in order to, fight wealth inequality and general inequality. And that's for any marginalized group, whether you're a woman, a person of color, a member of the LGBTQ community, a differently abled person.
I think having money makes a difference. I see what's going on here. Like she has a message, and that's cool stuff. I like what money does to you. Money doesn't care who you are or where you come from. It cares that you know its rules and you kind of just apply it. That's the cool thing about money. Like, you don't need to be smart. You just need to learn its rules, And by the way, smart is such a stupid word, because smart is stupid, because basically smart is not something you're born with, unless like you're like have like this crazy IQ. But usually is something you acquire, right? So being smart at a certain subject is something you acquire step by step. Nobody's born out of the womb knowing calculus, okay?
Having a financial education is your best form of agency and of protest against an unjust system. And so my rebrand.
Fighting the patriarchy by making you rich. Interesting. And by the way, I'm not the best educated person when it comes to like marginalization on women and all these like underpaying and stuff like that. But there's like a lot of statistics show that basically, hey, maybe like the jobs are just different. Like I'm not negating anything, okay? But the point is, if there's a problem, if it exists and there's a problem to actually solve, then you solve the solution by doing this. So, and if you have a message, I understand Brandon, it makes it like, you know, more interlocked. So I appreciate people helping people, so I don't really care.
End of my business was her first 100K, and that was centered around
free quiz. What's your money personality? Interesting.
on my journey to save $100,000.
Hey, I'm Tori. After successfully saving $100,000 at age 25, yo, that's so crazy. That was actually my goal. Like at age 25, I wanted to have like $100,000 saved up. I crushed that goal by age 23, I think, or I don't know when I made the video. I crushed it, but that was always my goal. One thing I've learned is that it doesn't matter. You know, like you don't need like this arbitrary number. The number doesn't matter. Make your goal more like, I want to have a fulfilling career. I want to work towards financial freedom. I want to have good relationships. Those should be like your overall goal. Like numbers, they're great for like seeing like little like milestones, but that shouldn't really be your main focus. I've helped over 1 million bad but women make more, spend less, and feel financially confident, because having a financial education is a woman. Okay, so this is her quote. This is her quote.
Age 25. We were
That's awesome.
Romanticize entrepreneurship a lot, especially online, right? We're like, just quit your job. And
that's a stupid idea. Never, I'll repeat, never quit your job, okay? If you have like this whole idea as an entrepreneur, and you're like, I'm gonna quit my job, dedicate all my time to it. The answer is no. 8 hours of work, and you still have at least 6 to 8 hours extra to work on your business, okay? So you can do both, and you don't wanna quit your job until you see like that business is making you at least the same amount of money for at least 12 to 18 months consistently, because business is very risky.
For me, I had people asking me every day for probably 3 years, like, when are you going to quit your job? And I was so worried about my own security. I was worried about healthcare, and I was worried about.
Oh, yo, I need some healthcare, guys. Did you guys know I don't have any healthcare? I had healthcare in New York under my mom. That's no longer the case. What's that sound? But yeah, you know what I mean? I had healthcare in New York. I no longer have healthcare, but in Puerto Rico is actually very cheap. So I'm gonna get healthcare. Also get life insurance. I need life insurance too. So it'll probably be like around $200 for like everything. Because again, Puerto Rico is just a lot cheaper. I mean, also like, what is up with these notifications, guys? I'm so sorry. Like back to back. All right, now we're good. Promise.
Just having a stable income. I was making as much money in my business as I was in my 9 to 5, and often even more money.
Look at that. While still having 9 to 5.
But I was so focused on, you know, staying as long as I could that I almost kind of ignored it. I was like,
it's like staying at home with your parents, you know, like when you're ready to leave and you're like, I make money, I have a job and everything, but I don't want to leave the security. Because, you know, it's a blanket, right? A blanket. And security is great, but sometimes security can hold you back from actually spreading your wings and doing a lot of things, you know, like doing a lot of things.
Like, I do want to take my business full time, but I was so.
Oh, today, look at all these, I used to marvel at all these things until I found out that basically these are things you can actually buy. You can actually buy publications from these places by just having them mention you and stuff like that. It's actually like a whole system. I respect it a lot. This lady knows exactly how marketing works. I think she's 25, 26, 27. Don't know her age.
Oh, so nervous. And the universe kind of made the decision for me. It was very much like I had this momentum. I had my 100K in the bank, which I didn't plan on touching, but I knew that 100K was the huge ticket out, right?
Which is very hard to actually acquire, by the way. I respect that a lot.
It was stability. It was an emergency fund that was big.
The average person, remember guys, doesn't have $1,000 for emergency.
Big enough to sustain me if I needed it. So a lot of people have this very grand idea that like quitting your job is walking out and kind of like, you know, throwing all the papers on the floor and being like
the movies.
Like I'm done. And mine was not that. It was very much, you know, I'm a very confident person, but that was a very scary thing.
Yeah, it is scary. Even knowing the answers doesn't guarantee the result. How crazy is that, right? Even knowing the answer doesn't guarantee the result, or doesn't guarantee that you're actually gonna go ahead and take the action, you know? Like knowing that going to the gym is gonna give you a better body. Like, are you gonna do it? Probably, probably not. You know what I'm saying? I do it, but there was a point when I wasn't doing it. So just knowing the answer doesn't guarantee anything. It's all about the action and actually doing it, building the habits. So I got it.
My first year of full-time entrepreneurship was 2020. That was my first year.
The worst year ever. How crazy is that, right? It's so amazing, man. The way the world works, it will just slap you in the face. Like, hey, you ready? All right, let's mess up everything. You know, not to like say like, you know, but overall, 2020 was not the best year. A lot of entrepreneurs made a lot of money, including myself. But it was not the best year. Not the best year at all.
Of, you know, growing my business. And I thought to myself, okay, if I can just make $100,000 in revenue, maybe I can do that. That will be my goal. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. That seemed like so much money. And I thought, okay, that's a
pause. She didn't know exactly how she was going to do it, but she knew she was going to make money. Because remember, I don't want you guys to fantasize this. She was making at least the same amount of money, sometimes more, than she was making in her 9-to-5 job. Now she had, for example, this very grandiose goal. I was wondering how she was going to expand to that goal, but she still knew she had enough money at the bottom level in revenue to make more or enough than she was in her last job. So comprehend this, okay? It's not saying I'm going to quit my job, I don't know how I'm going to make this money, and yeah, let's just pray, okay? That's not what's going on
It's
here.
a great stretch goal. Maybe I can get it done. We did over $500,000.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
In 2020. So that was the crazy thing.
I wonder what her profit margin is, you know, because it's interesting. I'm actually going to take a look at her business and see exactly what she does. She sounds very interesting. Her name is Tori.
I set this goal that I thought was so ambitious, and then we just kind of blew up in 2020. I have a team.
26-year-old woman is on track to make $1 million this year. This was when? 2021. Oh, so this year she's on track to make $1 million. That is awesome. That is awesome. Look at this. She's on the NBC thing, on the Daily Mail, and on TikTok. Awesome. I want to find out more about her. I want to find out more about her. By the way, something that I do a lot, guys, right, is I follow the Picasso principle. You know, great artists don't what is it called? Great artists don't copy, they steal, or something like that. I don't know what the quote is. Not to say you're gonna steal people's stuff, but everyone out there, guess what? Everyone out there has a model, has a blueprint. There's nothing special about Tori, except that basically she's very hardworking from what I'm seeing here on this video. So whenever you see somebody that interests you in the field you want to get into, and you kind of want to know how they did it, look at their thing, right? And try to like basically recreate everything, like work backwards. Like there's this website, how she built it. Did she use Wix? Did she use whatever website out there? Okay, what is she selling? What's the marketing? What's everything here? What are the services, right? What's the one-on-one connection with customers? How does she advertise, right? You kind of pull somebody, it's kind of like seeing something and tearing it apart just to see how it works, you know? And that's how you kind of got to be, right? It's kind of like being like a crazy scientist. You know, back in the days, it used to be that with the human body, as doctors basically discover how the human body works. You don't got to do that today, obviously, thank God. But, you know, these days, you're able to just look at somebody's business and see and pull it apart, be like, how does this work? How does this function? And then use that towards your business, and you can actually expand. Do you need $1 million a year in revenue? No. But could you use an extra $30,000, $40,000? Yeah, that'd be awesome, right?
Now of 4, we're actually hiring another person as I'm speaking here. We have so many.
I get asked all the time, what are your favorite money tools? Learn, credit cards, and track. I don't like credit cards.
Plans to grow and to evolve our business. And we started this time last year with 30,000 followers across all social media platforms.
That's awesome. 30,000. Oh, 30,000 followers in total. That's crazy, huh? I think people misunderstand what success actually is. And I'm getting very personal here. But when you say, for example, well, Tommy, you have like around 370,000 people that actually follow you on your main channel, right? You might be like, that's awesome, right? It is. But if you have, for example, 1,000 people that follow you, and those 1,000 people pay you $100, right? What's 100 times 1,000? You know, guys, let's pull out the calculator, right? Because the calculator is the key to life. So 1,000 multiplied by 100, how much is that? That is 100,000, right? So do you need, for example, all the subscribers that I have or the followers that she has? The answer is no. All you really need is 1,000 people that actually you know, follow what you do, are big fans of you, super fans. So that's what you need to do, okay? You don't need that many followers. Just start small.
Now we have over 1 million. So
That's awesome.
this movement
Yo, TikTok has done magic for people. TikTok is awesome. TikTok is awesome for the people that know how to monetize it, because it's not a really monetizable website as far as that, but it gets you a lot of eyes on you. So if you know how to work it to monetize it and get all those eyes and convert them into viewers and buyers and customers, that's when things get interesting.
It's honestly my life's work.
4, finding your purpose.
I've realized that, of course, building a business, growing my own wealth is something that is important to me, but I see every single day the impact that our work at Her First 100K has on people and on women.
Our first 100K. You know what that sounds to me, guys? Like a challenge. And you know what challenges do? They work very well. So again, guys, I'm listening to this stuff, but I'm also taking notes. You know, when I make these videos, you guys might be like, "Oh, Tommy, you're funny, you're hilarious. All this stuff is funny, right?" It's funny, it's entertaining, but I'm never gonna feed you guys something that's trash, right? So understand that challenges, they help. They help. Okay, I'm taking notes.
Women. I used to say we get messages every day. Now we get messages every hour of,
that's awesome,
you know, women who are saying, I was able to leave an abusive situation because I have my own money now.
That's true too. Gotta be very careful. Gotta be very careful. A lot of the times it's preventive, right? It's such a difficult topic.
Or, you know, I became debt free.
I found your account during early quarantine. I since have paid off $25,000 in private student loan debt, $10,000 in HISA, got a Roth IRA, and paid off a credit card at 22. That's awesome. But the craziest part is that she's 22 with all this debt. There's a massive problem, right? There's a massive problem.
And I finally feel able to progress in my life, or I negotiated $20,000 more at my company. Like,
that's awesome. Congratulations.
We hear these stories.
This is like the female version of Ramit Sethi. That's awesome.
Now all of the time, and it is my favorite thing in the world, and it's the reason I do what I do. So our business will continue to grow. I have so many amazing goals for it, and I'm so proud of, you know, our revenue and of our team's growth and of all of that. But really, at the end of the day, it's so cool that I get to make money doing something that I absolutely love and that changes.
And by the way, $100,000, 5 employees. Let's assume they all get paid around $40,000 a year. So 40 times 4, what is that? Like $160,000 a year right off the bat for employers. Plus she might pay herself another $40,000, $800,000 left. I just don't know her services. I would want to know, like, what's her net. That'll be interesting. Why would I want to know? It's important that when these by the way, finance right now is a very hot topic, right? Very hot topic. How long will it last? I don't know. But there's always like new things on YouTube and on social media. So we don't really know how long it's going to last for. So it's very important. A lot of these entrepreneurs, if you're making money this way, get financial freedom as fast as possible. Get passive income coming in. And then you're able to do what you love, but you're no longer, for example, buckled down, because all of our work in reality is based off social media. And social media is based on algorithms. And the algorithm is based on the interest of people. And the interest of people is based on the media, which can change. It's a very complicated thing, right? When you actually like try to track it back. But it's important that you get your financial freedom, so you don't gotta be oh my gosh, what's going on here? It sounded like that pig, you know, the pig from Looney Tunes. But it's very important you get financial freedom, so you're not dependent on all these things. Okay.
Changes women's lives. We did 6 figures in March. And that also, you know, when you hear 6 figures, a lot of people are just talking about revenue. And I am just talking about revenue in that, but we're still making 6 figures of profit, which is
that's awesome.
Really exciting that we get to reinvest back into the business and that we get to take and hire more women. That's been the coolest part, is just realizing over the past couple months, oh, I get to provide jobs for women. And I have awesome. People who
don't grow too fast. Grow as is needed. One thing you don't want to do is create jobs that don't need people for. You know what I mean? It's like you have this business, you have all this extra money, you don't know what to do, and you start hiring people that you don't need. You don't want to create a wasted space. That's not what you want to do. Hire people as you're needed. for the problems they're needed.
Are from all over the world now who are applying to work with us, and I get to provide jobs for them, and I get to accelerate their financial lives. And so yeah, we did 6 figures in March, which is pretty wild.
Awesome. So that's the end of this video, guys, and this video was actually awesome. You know, CNBC, you guys are doing great, man. So I'm gonna go back to this video, and as you guys can see, I'm gonna give this video a like. It got 400 dislikes. I don't know why. I actually liked it. People that are bad with money are the ones paying her, LOL. Seems more like an advertisement to me. To, what is it? No hard data or facts. I should be an online guy as well, LOL. It is an advertisement, right? She's great at marketing, and why wouldn't she try to advertise her business as she's telling you about her business? Is it possible that CNBC and her worked out a deal? I don't know. I don't care. You know, but the idea is, if somebody has something to offer and there's value there, don't make fun of them. Like, what does that do for you? You know what I'm saying? If you don't trust like the facts that she's telling you, then go search them up, right? There's a website. People are saying they're getting helped, and find out like what's going on. You know, that's what I'm about to do. Find out what's going on. What is it called? Your first $100,000, something like that. I think it's. Let me find this website real quick. I forgot what the website is named. Yeah, your first. What is it? Right here. Founder. Okay. So it's her first $100,000. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Comment down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment down below. As always, comment down below. Let me know. I said that 3 times. Who knows what I'm going to say next? Maybe comment down below. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. If you want to call me, join me. Link is down below. Call me for free. You can schedule a call with me if you want to. Or send me a DM on Instagram at Bryson. Or, for example, watch more content here and stay around longer on the channel. Or subscribe to the other channels right here. See you guys tomorrow, and as always, peace. Long-term team for the win.